that has changed. These are the requirements. There are important requirements. For example, fingerprinting, and we want to protect children. It's not just anybody should be a teacher. That's not the case. But there are ways in which you can go in, get involved, work with teachers in the schools, and become a teacher, and spend 3 or 4 years, 5 years as a teacher, working hard, making a difference. That's important as well. And there are many people in this room that could do that as part of their, society gave you so much. They gave you so much. There are ways in which we can give back. That's one of them. And there's many ways, of course, which you're doing it as well. Work to infuse, update, and upgrade technologies in schools. The initial outlay of funds is not the big outlay. The biggest outlay of funds for technology in any business is professional development, so that people learn and know how to use it and do it. The second biggest is in updating and upgrading. That's the cost that continues as you adopt software. The third then becomes the initial outlay of computers and infrastructure. Support 21st century skills, not necessarily the partnership for 21st century skills, the organization. That's for you to look at and see if that's what you would like to support as an organization. But support this idea of leadership and innovation and deep knowledge in core subject matter and technological skills and workplace skills. That's something we can found an economy on in Arizona. And vote. Use your right as an American to make a difference through your own individual advocacy every 2 years, every 4 years, so that the real outcomes are these. And I'll actually read these. I don't like to read my overheads, but I will read these. To give primacy to the human and spiritual rather than the material values of life. To encourage the daily living of the Golden Rule in all human relationships. You've seen this before, haven't you? To promote the adoption and the application of higher social, business, and professional standards. To develop by precept and example a more intelligent, aggressive, and serviceable citizenship. To provide, through Kiwanis clubs, you know where I got this on, practical means to form enduring friendships, to render altruistic service, and to build better communities. To cooperate in creating and maintaining that sound public opinion and high idealism which makes possible the increase of righteousness, justice, patriotism, and goodwill. Those are the outcomes that matter in the world. And all the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics that we do in the public school system and the higher education system should be driving towards these goals. That's what we're organizing for, and keep those end goals in mind, because if you forget the end goals, then all we're doing is rearranging a system. All we're doing is some sort of hand-waving. We don't want to be just hand-waving. We want to keep looking at what are the outcome goals, what do we want our society to be, and these seem to me to be reasonable goals by which we reorganize and drive forward a productive education system in Arizona. I want to thank you very much for your attention and open it up for questions.
Anybody have a question back here? Oh, here we go.
Well, first of all, I want to congratulate you on bringing forth many of these ideas which you have. I think one thing that I see missing from the education standpoint is that for many students it's kind of like walking the plank. And I think that schools could do much more in carrying that education, that desire to learn, farther to the end result, which means developing wealth and allowing them to earn their living and create wealth for others. And the universities and schools have tremendous facilities. They have the physical facility, they have the talent with the teachers in math and science and so forth. Why can't they create wealth in the university? If they could create even a portion of the tuition that we place upon the shoulders of our students today, it would be a most welcome thing for our society.
is a dilemma that faces us as a social agency. One of the things I will say that my butt's kind of sore from Mike Crow, my president, echoing those same sentiments, saying we cannot rely upon state appropriations for the majority of our budget, for the largest proportion of our budget. We have to go out and figure out how to make the money. Stop whining, he says. Stop whining about not getting the money. Go out and make the money. Figure out, are there services that we can sell? Well, there certainly are. Are there people that are willing to invest their capital in the future of our citizenship? Yes, there are. Can you give them ideas that they would be willing to invest in? And I think we can. Are there, I'll give you an example. I'm sorry, it's easier for me to work in examples. So, Arizona State University has absolutely no relationship that I know of to Elder Hospital. Right? Elder Hospital is one of the most fantastic things in the world. People come, they live in a wonderful area for a little while, they take classes, and they get back. And they pay for it. That's what. Why wouldn't we want to have retirees come to Arizona, to this community, perhaps be tutors? We can train them to tutor. We can have them work with local indigenous populations to understand the wonderful Indian communities that we have around us, and people will pay for that, and then work with some of those Indian kids, and those Indian kids tutoring the adults in their culture and systems, and the adults tutoring the Indian kids in mathematics, science, music, art. We have to be able to think out of the box and look at all the resources we have available, because money is only a means to an end, right? Money is a tool in our system. Money helps me buy people to do work. Money helps me develop resources so that I can do my work better. Money helps me develop a system by which people have enough leisure to where they feel it's worthwhile working hard and getting their butt kicked by Mike to do this hard work. So wealth is, as I see it, is not an end in itself, but is a means by which we create better, more productive, hopefully more harmonious lives.